We have.
You could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender.
Leo, we've got another invention, right?
Yes.
It's exclusive. It's the British Invention Show.
Oh, look,
tomorrow.
I've done it.
Really?
We've had one already.
Wow.
It's time for another one. So here we go. You're going to love this one,
Yes,
Joan.
and Joan, because you like keeping fit, we think you like it. It's the world's first human-powered vending machine made to be put in schools to educate children about calorie content.
As you can see, Sumo Steve is poised and ready. Now, this is
Yeah,
designed
again,
by
yeah.
Pep Torres. Now, what you have to do is you have to work off the calories on the bike before you can take your food out. So, here is the test, right? Our next film is 4 minutes and 16 seconds long. Sumo Steve, get pedalling now and let's see if you can burn off the 88 calories that you need to earn yourself a packet of crisps in that time.
Yes, you've got quite an apt film because after all that cycling, you'll need a little rest. Here's Arthur.
There is nothing like a good sit-down on a strategically placed park bench. Unlike that other great public convenience, the lavatory, benches are still free to use, abundant and nearly always fully functional. I love a bench.
Well, we need them, don't we, Heather?
We do.
We do. Halfway back through from our little gallivanting, and we need to have this sit down and relax.
I often go for walks, and from time to time I get tired, and I relax for 2 or 3 minutes.
They're just wonderful things, and most of them on the Heath have got writing on them, telling them about somebody that loved the Heath once and they're now gone, and it's quite emotional, actually.
There's something very compelling about those brief inscriptions on the back of a park bench. A human life summed up in a handful of words.
I don't do walks. Please be seated. This bench is dedicated to Susan Samuels. Well, Miss Samuels, thank you. I will be seated.
Writer Stephen Ems and his faithful assistant Pepper have spent a decade seeking out some of the country's most memorable memorial benches.
One Saturday morning, I set out on Hampstead Heath to photograph every bench that I passed. After a few hours, I'd got about 160 inscriptions in the bag. So it's a snapshot of a life. It's just a hint at what may have, lain beneath that.
Some of them are heartbreaking. Riley Arthur Patterson Croft lived 35 minutes, loved forever. Some are haunting. Memorial to the unknown husband, often imagined, much desired, never found. And some are simply rather funny, given in memory of Dennis Nash by some of his many friends. Well played, Dennis.
This is the bench that started it off, really. They could do with a bench here. 7 words that just seem to sum up a human life. Kind of poetic in their simplicity. It seemed to sum up everything about a bench. Obviously, the fact that it's useful and a little bit lyrical at the same time.
And it made you wonder who Lewis Griefer was.
With Stephen's help, the One Show tracked down Lewis's family. They still live within walking distance of his bench.
Lewis Griefer was my father, and this is his bench, or rather a tribute to my father. If there was a long gap between 2 benches, he'd say something like, they could do with a bench here, and that was his way of thinking about life in general. It was things that were of some sort of utility to people as well.
What gave you the idea of the bench for your dad?
We're not religious people, and we're interested in living people rather than dead people, and this is kind of a way of having a memorial to somebody where you're really emphasising life and the things that go on afterwards.
Every year, Josh and his mother Nan celebrate Lewis's birthday on his bench.
To Dad.
But sadly, the Hampstead Heath authorities have had to declare a moratorium on any new memorial benches because, they say, it's simply getting too benchified.
So for now at least, the waiting list for a memorial bench here is closed. You can't get one for love nor money. Unless, of course, you cheat a bit.
He's got to earn that, hasn't he?
That's a great.
It gives you goosebumps, that
Wow.
film, doesn't it?
Now, Steve's still going. He's got 60... You've just over a minute to go, Steve, before you can earn your packet of crisps. In the meantime, we'll...
I don't think I'm going to do it.
A lovely story that we hope One Show viewers can find the ending to. Now, wedding photographer Heather Shucker has sent this photo in of two couples in a beach shelter. Look, on two benches there.
Lovely picture. It was taken on Brighton Pier in September. The newlyweds are on the right, they Kat and Mark Baldwin, but the couple on the right still remain a mystery. On the left, sorry, remain a mystery.
So, photographer Heather said that we found a bit of shade in this shelter, and the couple next to us asked if I wanted them to move, and I said no. We asked if they were married. They said yes. They've been happily married for over 50 years.
Yes.
There they are. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, so Heather would like to track down that couple to give them a copy of the photograph.
If you know the couple on the left, get in touch at the usual address.
Yeah.
Right, come on, Steve, are you there?
Isn't it?
I've done it!
He's done. Steve's there.
I feel like I've won the gold medal!
Yeah, no, you just won a packet of crisps.
Let's see the crisps then. Oh, there they are.
Oh, he's gone for cheese.
Oh,
There we are.
thank you so much.
Good lad.
Fantastic.
I had him down with smoky bacon, to be honest with you, but anyway.
Wow, you have to do...
So earlier on, we asked you, is it okay to get your children christened if you don't regularly go to church?
Yeah, you have been voted